If you're over 60, or maybe you've got a loved one who is, you might have noticed that little wobble now and then. You stand up too fast and boom, the room spins like you're on a carnival ride. Dizziness can sneak up on us as we age, but here's the good news. What you eat can make a huge difference. Today, I'm walking you through a simple, tasty plan. Think of it like a daily food playlist that could help keep that dizziness at bay and leave you feeling steadier on your feet. So grab a coffee, or maybe a glass of water. We'll get to that later. And let's walk through this together, step by step. I've got a food plan that's less like a chore and more like a little adventure for your taste buds. Ready? Let's go. First on the list, spinach. Yep, good old spinach. 1 cup of it every single day. Now before you roll your eyes and think, oh great, I'm turning into Popeye, hear me out. This isn't about forcing down a giant bowl of greens like it's punishment. It's about sneaking 1 cup into your life however you like it. Toss it into a smoothie with some berries if you're a blender fan. I do that when I'm rushing out the door. Or maybe saute it with a little garlic and olive oil for dinner. It's warm, it's cozy, and it takes like 5 minutes. You could even throw it into a salad with some tomatoes and a splash of dressing. Point is, spinach is ridiculously easy to work with. And it's like a secret weapon for your body. It's bursting with iron, which keeps your blood moving like it should, and magnesium, which helps your muscles and nerves stay chill. I started doing this for my mom a while back. She's 68 now, and she kept saying she felt less fuzzy. I thought she was just humoring me, but then I tried it myself, and you know what? There's something to it. That daily cup of spinach is like telling dizziness, not today, pal. Next up, let's talk about almonds. Just 1 ounce. Picture a small handful as your daily snack. I'm a snacker by nature, so this one's right up my alley. Almonds are crunchy, they've got this subtle nutty vibe, and they're packed with vitamin E, which is fantastic for your brain and keeping your balance in check. I keep a little jar of them on my kitchen counter, and every afternoon when I'm starting to drag, I grab a handful. It's like a mini reset button. No sugar crash, no guilt, just a quiet boost that keeps me steady. And here's a fun tidbit. My friend Sarah, who's 62, started doing this too. And she swears it has cut down on those whoa moments when she gets up from her desk. 1 ounce isn't much, about 23 almonds if you're counting, but it's enough to make your body say, thanks, I needed that. Now let's slide into breakfast territory with bananas. 1 banana every morning, non-negotiable. I don't care if you're a toast person, a cereal person, or a coffee's my breakfast person. Find a way to fit. Why? Potassium. It's the MVP here, helping your body manage fluids, so you're not wobbling around like a top that's lost its spin. Slice it over some oatmeal with a drizzle of honey, my personal favorite. Or blend it into a quick smoothie if you're fancy. Heck, you can just peel it and eat it while you're scrolling your phone. Bananas are sweet, they're portable, and they're basically nature's way of saying, I've got your back. I started doing this years ago when I noticed my own energy dipping in the mornings, and it's been a game changer. My dad, who's 71, caught on too. He calls it his dizzy-proofing trick. 1 banana a day keeps the spins away, or at least that's what we're telling ourselves. All right, let's move to lunch. 3 times a week I want you to bring in a medium sweet potato. Yes, that gorgeous orange spud that looks like it's glowing with good vibes. Roast it with a sprinkle of salt, mash it with a pat of butter, or, if you're like me and occasionally lazy, pop it in the microwave for a few minutes. Sweet potatoes are loaded with beta-carotene, which your body turns into vitamin A, plus a hefty dose of fiber to keep your energy from crashing. I got my uncle hooked on these. He's 65 and used to get lightheaded after long days at work. He started eating a sweet potato with lunch a few times a week, and now he's all, it's my secret weapon. It's not just about dizziness either. These things make you feel grounded, full, and ready to take on the afternoon. 3 times a week isn't every day, so it's not overwhelming, just a little treat for your plate and your health. Twice a week, we're getting a bit fancy with 4 ounces of salmon. I know, fish isn't everyone's thing, but stick with me. Grill it with some herbs, bake it with a squeeze of lemon, or pan-sear it if you're feeling chefy. 4 ounces is about the size of your palm, nothing huge. And those omega-3 fatty acids, they're like a love letter to your brain and heart. Better circulation, sharper focus, steadier steps, it's all connected. I started cooking salmon for my dad a while back, and he was skeptical at first. Fish, twice a week, really? He'd grumble. But after a month he was asking, when's the next salmon night? It's not just about the health perks, it tastes good, and it feels like a small indulgence. Twice a week is doable, right? You don't have to turn into a seafood fanatic. Just give your body this little gift. Now here's a tiny move with a big payoff. 1 tablespoon of flax seeds sprinkled on your oatmeal every day. If you don't do oatmeal, no worries. Toss them on yogurt, a salad, or even mix them into a smoothie. These little brown seeds are subtle, nutty, and packed with more omega-3s, plus fiber to keep things running smooth. I stumbled across this trick years ago when I was researching easy health hacks, and it stuck with me. 1 tablespoon isn't much, barely noticeable, but it's like a quiet high five to your system. My cousin, who's 60, started doing this after I nagged her about it, and she texted me a few weeks later, "Okay, you win, I feel better." It's not magic, but it's close. Small effort, big reward. Afternoons can be a slog, can't they? That's where 8 ounces of coconut water comes in, every single afternoon. Think of it as your hydration hero. It's not heavy, it's not sugary like those neon sports drinks, and it's got natural electrolytes to keep you balanced. I started sipping this after lunch when I noticed I'd get woozy around 3 p.m. Turns out I was just dehydrated half the time. Coconut water's light, refreshing, and honestly it feels like a treat. My neighbor Linda, who's 67, calls it her dizzy fix. She keeps a stash in her fridge and swears it's why she's chasing her grandkids around without stumbling. 8 ounces is about a cup. Sip it slow and let it work its magic. Let's circle back to breakfast for a sec. 3 times a week, I want you to add 2 eggs to the mix. Scramble them with some pepper, fry them sunny side up, or whip up a quick omelette with that spinach we talked about. Eggs are protein powerhouses, plus they've got B12 to keep your nerves firing right. My grandma used to say eggs were her morning superpower. She'd crack 2, sip her tea, and take on the day. I've been doing this myself lately, and it's like a steady foundation for everything else. 3 times a week keeps it fresh. Not every day, so you don't get bored, but enough to feel the difference. Twice a week, let's bring in 1 cup of beans at lunch. Black beans, kidney beans, pinto beans, pick your favorite. They're hearty, they're cheap, and they're loaded with fiber and protein to keep your muscles strong and your energy even. I love tossing mine into a taco salad with some salsa. It's a party on my plate, and I'm not kidding. My friend Mark, who's 63, started doing this after I raved about it, and he says it's cut down on those shaky moments after meals. Beans are humble, sure, but they punch way above their weight. Twice a week is all it takes. Easy peasy. Last but not least, every day, drink 8 ounces of mineral water. Not just tap water, mineral water, with that extra kick of magnesium and calcium. It's subtle, but those minerals support your bones and balance in ways plain water can't quite match. I keep a bottle by my desk, and it's become my little ritual. Sip, refill, repeat. It's not flashy, but it's consistent, and that's what counts. My aunt, who's 70, started this after I sent her a case as a joke gift, and now she's hooked. It's my fancy water, she says, and I can't argue. It's a small upgrade with a big impact. So let's recap this food playlist real quick, because I know we've covered a lot. Every day, you've got 1 cup of spinach, 1 ounce of almonds, 1 banana, 1 tablespoon of flax seeds, 8 ounces of coconut water, and 8 ounces of mineral water. 3 times a week, add a medium sweet potato and 2 eggs. Twice a week, go for 4 ounces of salmon and 1 cup of beans. That's it. No fancy tools, no complicated recipes, just real food you can find anywhere. I've watched this work wonders for people I love. My mom, my dad, my uncle, even my skeptical neighbor. And I've felt it myself. It's not about perfection. It's about small, delicious choices that add up. Here's the best part. This isn't a diet. It's not about cutting stuff out or feeling deprived. It's about adding in things that taste good and make you feel good. Spinach with garlic, yes, please. Salmon with lemon, sign me up. A handful of almonds when I'm peckish. Don't mind if I do. This is food you can enjoy, not endure. And if dizziness is something you or someone you care about deal with, why not give it a shot? Start with one or two things, maybe the banana and the almonds, and see how it feels. Build from there. I'd love to hear how it goes for you, so drop a comment below and let me know. Have you tried any of these already? Got a favorite way to cook salmon or sneak in spinach? Share your stories, because we're all in this together. Before I wrap up, let's take a quick moment to think about why this matters. Dizziness isn't just a nuisance. It can shake your confidence. It can make you second-guess a walk around the block or a trip to the store. But when you feel steady, you feel free. That's what this is about. Little steps and bites toward feeling like yourself again. I've spent years writing scripts like this, talking to folks, researching what works, and I keep coming back to the basics. Food is powerful. It's not the whole puzzle. Sleep, movement, all that jazz matters too, but it's a huge piece, and it's one you can control, one meal at a time. So there you have it, a simple, tasty plan to keep dizziness on the run. Spinach, almonds, bananas, sweet potatoes, salmon, flax seeds, coconut water, eggs, beans, and mineral water. Mix them into your week however you like. Make it yours. Maybe you're thinking, this sounds doable, or maybe you're like, hey, I'll start with the banana and see. Either way, you've got this. I'll be back next time with more ideas to keep life feeling good. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'd love to have you along for the ride. Until then, stay steady out there and let me know how this goes. Take care, friends.